Hey, what's going on? I'm back here again, craving some Raven. And you know what? This episode is special because, you know what? You may not like it, but I'm here talking with a true Patriots fan.
6 times, baby.
Yeah, all right.
We got to get it out of the way.
I don't know how good the quality is going to be because I'm filming it on my phone, not necessarily with some headphones. But you know what? God damn it. We're gonna do this.
We're going to try it out?
We're gonna try it out.
All right, I'm down.
You down? You ready to talk?
Can you handle 6 championship biographies?
No, I can't. God damn it. No one
Whoa.
can. See, that's the whole thing. No one can handle the 6 championships. And anytime you throw that in someone's face, it's like,
It's annoying as
yeah,
fuck.
all right, I get it, you win.
It's annoying
But at the
as
same
fuck.
time, it's like, what went into those championships? What went into it?
Bill Belichick.
But honestly, no. Don't you guys have some sort of savant on your payroll?
Oh, Ernie Adams?
Yeah, Ernie Adams? Is that his name?
Ernie is boys.
Ernie's boys?
All right, so he's Bill Belichick's best friend. They met in high school. Ernie's a dork.
Are you telling me
Glasses.
that Bill Belichick is best friends with a retard? No offense. Actually,
I think is a proper term is a prodigy.
He's a prodigy?
Yeah.
A goddamn
the
prodigy.
Yeah, I think the proper term retarded, something like that. I don't know.
Basically.
Anyway, they met in high school because yada yada yada. Bill Belichick's dad wrote the book on scouting. Ernie's a nerd. He was like, "Oh, your dad wrote the book on scouting," and now they're best friends and have 6 titles.
What does he take control of though? Like on the team, like is he?
He watches film
because I remember seeing something that you showed me where it was like I forget which year, but he saw something very specific.
Oh no!
And
the
it
Butler,
was during
the Butler interception.
Yeah, the Butler interception.
He had that play down,
and he's like, okay, in this situation, at this time, I know what's going to happen because I've seen this before.
They practice it a bunch
and
before.
Then, what do you know?
Yeah. So they showed it in the America's Game. Shout out America's Game NFL Network. Watch it.
Shout out.
It's great. Every September. Not sponsored. No free advertisements. Go fuck yourself, NFL.
We got some ads, baby.
So Ernie, retarded dude, knew about the Butler play like a week before.
Son of a bitch. He knew this whole time?
Yeah,
Are you telling me he knew this whole time?
I don't know what's up with that. He threw it into the practice, made Butler run it. He fucked it up. They threw him into the game, real situation, and thank God Pete Carroll, I almost said Steve Carell. I don't know why. Not at all.
He basically almost Steve Carell the whole thing.
He basically Michael'd it.
Almost
the
prison
whole thing,
Michael the whole thing. Like, oh,
easily.
Michael, what are you doing?
Why did you throw it?
Damn it, dude. Yeah. Oh, my God.
I'm Pete Carell.
I mean, what a fucking game.
Yeah, no, it was an amazing game.
Brady
came back from 10.
Weren't we outside the stadium for that game?
We were outside of the...
We were outside...
I don't remember a second of it. All right,
so we tailgated this game. We didn't have enough money to go to the game, but it was in Arizona, and we live in Albuquerque. So we drove to the game, and our roommate, his girlfriend, or was it his girlfriend at the time?
No.
So she lived there. So she lived there because she was in rehab over in Tempe, and we stayed at.
Yeah, she was in rehab.
So just putting that out there, you know who you are if you listen to this, but we're not going to tell them.
Yes, more specifics.
We're not going to tell.
It was a good place to stay, and a nice ride.
Honestly, that was so fun though. Like we took pictures with the
Lombardi
trophy. We tried to get into the game at one point.
Got drunk and tried sneaking in with no tickets.
We were hammered, and we figured, hey, like if we get into the game, we're geniuses. And what's the worst they can say? No. And
That's literally
that's
what they
literally
said.
what happened. They're
Yeah.
just like, hey, where are your
Yeah,
tickets?
we don't have tickets. Get the fuck out
Yeah,
of
we
here.
were in line to like walk into the game. We're like, tickets? And we were like, no.
No, dude.
Just being completely
Yeah,
honest.
we're just saying
and they
it's
were like,
cool.
well, then you can't get in. It was like, well, okay. Dude,
Shit.
That was awesome, but because like
That's one of the
Tempe,
last
whole
things
place-
I remember of that day.
Yeah, I was so
Basically,
drunk.
that and the Butler interception
literally,
are
like,
all I remember.
blacked out, and I remember some of the game. I remember at one point you hopped a fence to get like inside because we weren't 21 at the time.
Allegedly.
you hopped a fence to get inside the bar to get closer to the game, and then
Into the
next thing you
stadium.
know, you got taken out. You got taken out by dudes with guns or vests and
FBI, allegedly
FBI, but basically cops. Like
Yeah.
cops of the Super Bowl, so they take their shit seriously because oh man,
I
it's
think
Super,
I pissed
it's
my
Super
pants
Bowl
after
cops.
that.
And
'Cause
next
there's
thing
no
you
way
know,
I didn't.
Next thing you know, me and Brent are sitting outside the bar, and you come up from behind us like, oh shit, he made it back. He's not dead. He doesn't have to come back here for court, which is great because that was a 6-hour drive.
Yeah, and I'm sure I had weed on me too, knowing he just
Yeah.
like had alcohol and weed. Just fucked up because it's the Super Bowl and the
Do you-
Pats. I don't remember a moment.
Do you
of
remember
any
the
of
super
that.
religious
Yeah.
people? Like when we were getting funneled into like the whole area, like everyone was those
They
super
hated the
religious people,
gays.
just like yelling at everybody.
Yeah.
Just
Everyone was mad at them.
everyone was super.
Like,
all I
real
know is
pissed at them.
we were drunk and yelling at them because
Yeah, we got real triggered.
as we were passing them. Like before we got there, everyone else was yelling at them. So it was like, oh,
I
we're
felt like
gonna
a
yell at
Bernie
them.
Bro before Bernie Bro thing like was a thing.
All I know is
I was
like
just
way
trying to defend
madder.
everyone's rights that ever needed any rights.
Like, fuck you! How dare you? Your parents are
you
bad.
piece of shit.
I remember like
Yeah.
like your parents are shitty for letting you do this. I remember
Letting
like,
you- yeah.
but not just saying it like that, like yelling it.
Real bummer on the Super Bowl.
Great times.
I also traded 3 Bud Lights for a Masshole shirt. I'm not even from Massachusetts. So, fun fact, I bandwagon all Boston teams because they get dubs, except the Bruins, sorry.
yeah, it's cool. Yeah, whatever.
I'll explain that later. But I wanted a Masshole shirt, and 3 Bud Lights was a good fucking price for a good Masshole shirt. And it's a nice memorabilia I still have to this day. Except I feel bad wearing it because it's like I'm not a masshole.
So this was the game that Butler took the interception.
We heard the stadium. We
Yeah.
heard the stadium
Yeah.
roar. I
I
thought
remember that.
Marshawn Lynch ran in. I literally was like, "Yeah, he just fucking ran in.
Yeah, no.
My life is over."
It literally sounded like he scored, but we were honestly. I remember hearing the noise, but I was so fucking drunk. After that, I remember nothing. And apparently, after that, we got in 2 fights.
Yeah, we did get in 2 fights
2 fights.
within 5 minutes.
Fights.
Within 5 minutes after the Super Bowl.
And I swear to
ended.
God, it wasn't our fault.
Yeah, you would
Well,
think it
one
was
of them-
my fault. You would think it was my fault, actually, but
One of
I
them-
didn't say shit to anybody.
Well, one of them was a Seahawks fan, threw a beer at you.
That was later in the night. That's fight number
that was
dose.
the second one. That was the
fight
second one.
number dose. First fight, older dudes. They had to be in their 30s. Way, like, big dudes. Big dudes, like 300-pound dudes.
Big enough to cause some damage.
And for whatever reason, they got pissed because Brent said this was the year that weed had just been like legalized, or the year after, I think. In Washington,
in
So he was
Washington
like, well,
and Denver. It was the Super Bowl.
year after the Super Bowl.
Year after the Super Bowl.
So
Weed wise.
literally, he tells them, "Well, it's all right. You lost the Super Bowl. You can go just smoke a bunch of weed." And they overreacted.
And they were like, no.
And then,
How dare you?
obviously, I was blackout drunk,
no,
so I
how
probably
dare
said
you?
something too.
I'm sure you did.
Yeah, I'm sure. Knowing
But
me,
I don't
and
remember.
None of us.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I just remember.
All I know is we got tackled and my shoulder dislocated, of course, because
Well, that's-
classic.
yeah, that's-
Classic.
You
And
having a
then
shoulder
I said,
dislocation.
"Ow, my shoulder's dislocated. Get off me, dude." And then they got off beating up Brent and then beating up, like, I think he punched me once in the face, and then they were punching Brent, I think, a couple times.
I remember, like...
And then they left.
I remember, like, out of
both
of the
coming.
fights, I just remember tackling one person. That was it. That's all I remember from both of those fights. But the second fight, apparently, they threw a beer at you. Yes. And then, this is from Brent's words, that...
They said that
they were like, no, we didn't throw that
blaming
beer.
Us, we didn't throw a beer at them.
How dare you throw that beer at us? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? You hit us with the beer.
No. That's what pissed you off the most, was actually the principle of the matter, where it was
how
like...
fucking dare you?
So I flipped them off. I remember this vividly. You're like, oh, and they were like, all right, motherfucker. Threw the beer at us, and then... and then... literally, their buddy blamed us for throwing a beer at him.
The second buddy was like, no, how dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
And that triggered you, because you weren't invested at all, and you're like,
yeah,
whoa,
because
whoa.
It's a fight amongst humans. That's not me. I'm not down with that.
You just threw that beer at us, you fuck.
How dare you? You just broke my principles. You're being dishonest about this, first of all. And then second of all, fuck you. You're on the losing side. All right. I can tell by these spikes, it's going to blow some ears out, but
all right,
fuck you.
Happy International Belated Women's Day.
Shh. Women's Day is bullshit.
We'll edit that out.
No, this is unedited, baby.
Okay. We'll deal with the PR later.
Sometimes
in a couple of years, we'll deal.
Sometimes if I'm, if words start escaping my mind,
like
and
cunt?
It's just going too fast, like if cunt is too strong, I'll pause it, and then I'm like, okay, what else can I say besides cunt? Maybe I'll say cunte. I don't know, but I will sometimes pause it, and if I need to get my information
cunte,
right,
is that Canadian French?
It's basically.
I've never heard that accent.
I think it's Ugandan. Good. I want to say it's African.
Makes sense.
Africa doesn't really have like a full-on language, but
so of the Patriots or the Ravens' victories in Foxborough in the playoffs, which one's your favorite? The 2009 Ray Rice dominates, or the AFC Championship vengeance after Cundiff?
You gotta go. You gotta go. The latter, AFC.
I'll tell you which one hurt more. Ray Rice and everyone blowing the Patriots out, because I knew...
I get that.
I knew the Ravens were coming back after that kind of shit, and it's Ray Lewis's last year, whatever.
Yeah.
I felt it. The vibe was there.
Because the Ravens...
vibe was there.
The Ravens and the Patriots, they've had a great history amongst recent years. Like, as the Patriots have been so dominant in their dynasty, the Ravens have just been there, like the team to upset them. Not necessarily every single year, but it's always been the great fucking year.
I call them
the killer,
AFC Giants.
Yeah,
it's the one
AFC
team,
Giants. I like that.
It's the one team that I just get nervous seeing every time. I get nervous seeing just every time. Doesn't matter. Y'all got the balls to play the Pats, so respect it, whatever.
Because I think, like I said before, like with Harbaugh, he's not a coordinator.
Hardballs.
But Harbaugh, he balls. Harball's balls.
Last special team coordinator to get hired as a head coach.
Is he really?
Yeah.
No one else has been...
No, it's all being D and O coordinators because of the last special team.
Huh.
Yeah, balls. Hardballs. Big balls.
He does well.
Gotta respect it. As a Patriots fan, I love special teams. Bill Belichick preaches the special teams, so I appreciate a good
But
coach
what I see coming from that, he's like he's supposed to be like a leader, like the rah guy. So his teams are never going to be his teams are never going to be super low, sponsored by Levi. His teams are never going to be worse than 5'11", and his teams are always going to compete for him. But what happens with that is your coordinators, he's not like Bill Belichick where he can keep his coordinators.
We just lost
not
5.
going. Yeah, but you got McDaniels.
Yeah, that's
And
it.
who's your...
We got McDaniels.
Yeah, but your D coordinator is Belichick, right?
Yeah, basically.
Like, so when someone leaves, he can just step in.
We just hired Don, I think Shula.
See, what's...
The Ohio State dude.
Did you really?
Yeah. I think we
What?
we just
No, really?
Yeah, him and Belichick are like homies from way back. He just hired him. Throw him a bone.
News here.
Yeah, throw him breaking news if you didn't know. Yeah, no.
But
Throw
see,
him a
no,
bone.
like what I'm trying to say is, like that offensive coordinator,
Oh, yeah, the
offensive mind.
consistency.
What is so popular nowadays is
every year you guys lose
if
your
the
own
Ravens,
coordinator, right?
if the Ravens were to win a Super Bowl or any sort of great playoff game, their coordinators are going to be taken, and John Harbaugh can't supplant. He can't supplant a D or
the
O
Pats have gone
coordinator.
through that.
Jesus, fuck that cat. What is he doing?
Oh.
He just climbed that fucking
That's
thing.
kind of impressive almost. Sorry, the cat just
Yeah, no, the cat just scaled.
lunged 10 feet, dropped a bunch of shit on the floor.
He literally just scaled this fucking thing.
Impressive, Miko.
What do you call that? What is that? Like a...
Very impressive.
Honestly, if you're looking for a great defensive back, you should go with Miko. Because did you see the change of direction? Gets his hips underneath him. Like, oh,
He's got a good
impressive,
jump height.
impressive.
He's got a solid jump.
Honestly, if he got an invite to the combine, I would be.
Hey, Miko.
I would be impressed.
You got any swag? Yeah, he's got swag. I mean,
Hey,
look
yo,
at him
Miko.
walk. He's
Hey.
got the coat.
Hey,
He's
Miko.
got the age.
Miko, go fuck yourself.
We should look at
Miko,
getting him scouted.
Honestly.
We should look at getting him scouted. Back to special teams, which are so important. I love special teams.
Yeah.
All phases of the game.
Special teams. Well, really, what special teams, having good special teams, it shows me that at the end of the
Look at the
draft.
Super Bowl.
No. At the end of the draft, it means that you're able to pick up players. You know, you don't pick up players who are ride or die, like black or white. You don't pick up players who are like, oh, they have this positive and this negative. No, you pick players who know how to play football. That's what that means. That's good special teams.
Julian Edelman
means you know how to draft well in the
Balls.
back end of the draft. That's what it means to me. Like, it means you know how to take players who are willing to fight for your team and know how to tackle. You know, so like when I'm looking at draft picks,
Like someone at like say like pick 199 in the 6th round.
exactly, like
And
someone
he goes on to win 6 Super Bowls.
someone who knows how to fucking become Brady. That's what I'm looking for in the 6th round.
Yeah, we're all looking for that.
No one saw it coming. Literally, no one saw it coming. All right, yeah. I mean, I'm talking. All right, Craven some Raven here, talking with a Patriots fan. All right.
Pothead Pats. Let's go.
Pothead Pats, I'm down with it, dude. Alliteration on point.
It's always
Dude.
perfect.
Speaking of which, do we have any ads? You got any ads on the top of your head? I mean,
Big Jim's Cajun tampons.
yes, they're a great company. Do you menstruate? Is it that time of the month?
Do you live
Then
in
Big
the South?
Jim's is here for you. The crawfish of menstruation pads.
Does your vagina smell like crawfish?
Does it?
You might need to like try Big Jim's. It's well minted.
Yeah, it sounds like you need to try Big Jim's, okay?
I hear.
I'm
'Cause
hearing
they
I'm
pay
hearing
you.
only good things from this company. Like, I'm talking around the league, and I'm only hearing good
They
things.
have 2 reviews on the internet. One says they're good. One says, eh. So, it's off to a pretty good start.
Is there more beer in this?
I think so.
Ooh.
Cash it out. We got the Cobb Sauv.
You know what? Just cash me outside.
We got the Cobb Sauv, and I'm gonna go let a bowl. Actually, I got some weed. Hang in there real quick. Enjoy 'em.
So, what I'm wondering is why can't the Ravens replicate what the Patriots have done? I see John Harbaugh, the way he does things, he always tries to.
Has he tried voodoo or Satan?
He hasn't. I don't know if he's tried Satan because he's very God loving. And you know what? It's
Are
something.
the Harbaughs like that?
In one of the episodes I've done,
they do wear khakis.
I go off.
Straight-laced.
I was talking about something. I forget what episode it was, but I meant to talk about something, and then next thing I know, I'm ranting about players giving God credit other than themselves. So let's talk about that. Does that piss you off as much as it pisses me off when players say, "Oh, it was at the end of the game they made a great play," and they're interviewing them and they're like, "Oh, that was God's plan."
Hold on.
You know what I'm talking about?
Let's actually reenact the interview really quick. So
hey, you know what? I'll interview you. So this game, what were you thinking? What was going on through your head when you made that interception?
Yeah, first I would just like to thank God.
Yeah.
He's blessed me with all my talents, and he's put me in this situation, and really just God made everything happen today.
So you had nothing to do with it?
Yeah, no. It was just our Lord and Savior, my hot-ass girlfriend, who motivates me, that really put me in position today.
What's good? So you're not taking any credit for this. That's so humble of you.
Yeah, no. I'm just the most humble, and
wow.
I've got to put it up to the big man upstairs.
Yeah, awesome. Great.
It's really up him up there.
Well, great game out there. Can't wait to talk to you later.
Thank you for your time, and God bless.
Oh, well, thank you.
No. God bless.
Wasn't that beautiful?
Yeah, so that's the interview we've heard 1,000 times.
Fuck that.
I want the dude that says, "I fucking balled. I'm the shit. I'm ready to do it every fucking week. Let's go."
But don't we already have that guy in the league, AB? And now, well, I guess he's now to the Raiders.
We do. He's Tom Brady, but he
talk about that
doesn't say
later. Like someone who is way too about themselves, that's also a negative. But at the same time,
is AB the most about himself right now? Is he the most about himself player in the NFL right now?
Oh, 100%.
He's got to be, right?
Who could you put above him?
Who's more about?
No one. I'd say Odell, Odell has been...
I was going to say, Odell's
been top, dude.
Yeah.
He's been topped by the
He's somehow
AB.
topped...
And all right, so Las Vegas needs a flashy player. They got him. They went and got him.
What was crazier? Odell 17, the punch in the fucking kicking guard and all that shit, that crazy year, or AB's 18? What was the crazier wide receiver year?
What are you talking about? AB or
remember when Odell's crazy year?
About?
Year before this one, Odell was the drama queen.
He was the drama queen last year,
he
but
was
not as bad.
Yeah,
No. He didn't comment on...
He was fucking pretty... And they were supposed to...
There were trade rumors.
And then AB's this last year, he took the diva role. Which diva was... I already know what you're going to say. AB. But we're forgetting how crazy Odell was.
No.
We're crazy.
No. Odell is still crazy.
He proposed...
Have you seen his outfit? Have you seen his earring? What is with that? Who are you? What are you trying to to say?
I don't know. Odell's swag is kind of nice. I'm jealous of it.
All right. He does have swag. Does he have... All right. I'll answer your question with a question. Who has better swag? AB or Odell?
Okay, all right. I would have said Odell, but AB with the new blonde mustache,
the way he's doing
is mad swag.
I think it looks stupid, but that's swag,
it's
right?
Swag. That counts
being
as swag.
So not about anything.
So fucking dumb and owning it.
Just being so dumb and owning it. Isn't that swag?
In your face.
Isn't that what swag is?
One of the most swag things you can do. And he kind of topped Odell. Ball in your court, Odell. So are
they trying to outdo each other? Honestly, do they have the same agents?
Yeah.
Well, I think we should know this.
Yeah. Should we look into the same agents?
Get the laptop.
Get the top.
Get the top. No. We don't need to know because we
already
know.
I don't know, but
AB is not as flashy when it comes to...
He is the more divaness,
but when it comes to contract talk, when it comes to making a splash.
Baller, dude. He made the biggest splash we've seen this
Honestly,
offseason.
I have never seen
Biggest
anybody.
splash
Okay,
this
so who was the
season.
last person to do what AB did? Like when someone says, like, "Oh, you're going here," and you're just like, "Nah." Like, was it? What's
Eli?
his? No.
Eli Manning is the only thing I can think of when he said, "Fuck no, I'm not going."
Elway. Remember, he got drafted, and he was like,
No.
"Nah."
Well, so Eli did the same thing after Elway, where I think he was.
Oh yeah, he got
drafted-
Chargers.
Yeah, that same draft but the whole Manning family was like, "Fuck no."
Yeah,
And they pulled a weird sabotage shit behind the scenes.
Fuck you, Archie Manning.
Swindled him to the Giants. Somehow Phillip, who was the better quarterback, got
Thank
fucked
God
out
it
of
was
a
the year
career.
of the quarterback. Thank God it was the last year of the quarterback. Like,
And Rapey Ben, I mean...
before this past year, when Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, no, that year it was Eli...
It was Big Ben, Eli Manning, Ben Roethlisberger.
Who went first? It had to have been Eli, and then they did the
I
trade.
really don't know.
I think
it was Eli that went
and
first.
then they went for
And
the
then they
traded, and Ben fell somewhere in there. But whatever, that's how he always is. He falls in somewhere.
I mean, you know what? The Steelers ended up getting a great pick. Haven't had many of those since then. But
Do you think the Giants win those Super Bowls with Phillip Rivers?
yes.
I do too.
Like, it's not an Eli Manning specific thing.
I don't think he won those.
How crazy those plays ended up being.
David
There was nothing
Tyree.
that said it was just Eli Manning. No. Receiver, quarterback.
Also,
and I think
he threw a game
Phillip's better, right?
losing interception, but the Pats defender fucking dropped it. I can't remember his name for the life of me this many drinks in. But they dropped it.
so. Do you feel better losing to him than Phillip Rivers? Do you feel better losing to Eli Manning?
I kind of just laugh at it now at 6. You would have asked me 5 years ago. 5 years ago, it drove me insane.
Dude,
But
the story
three
of,
more Super Bowls
the story
makes
of
it feels
Brady,
good.
The Brady versus Manning. The Brady versus Manning.
makes it- it's kind of hilarious.
Not just because everyone thinks about Peyton.
No.
Versus Tom
It's hilarious
Brady.
'cause
like Peyton Manning versus Tom Brady. No.
owned Peyton,
Yeah,
but Eli owns Tom.
But Eli
and
owns
Eli's
Tom.
a fucking idiot and a terrible quarterback. He is not a Hall of Famer. If anyone says Eli is a Hall
So
of Famer,
when the- all
you're
right.
a fucking idiot.
All right, so
You're
when
a fucking idiot.
when
and you
Eli's
know it,
family-
just take a deep breath. Accept you're an idiot. Go
So
ahead.
when Eli's family and Peyton's family get together, all right, Dad's not involved. So when Eli and Peyton's family
Archie
get
gets
involved
the fam together.
for Thanksgiving, let's say Archie's just not there for some reason. Who carves the turkey? Is it
Also,
Eli
Archie
or
was the
Peyton?
best.
Who carves the turkey on Thanksgiving? Eli or Peyton?
Cooper, the older brother.
Cooper just takes it like, no, fuck you. I played
Cooper
tight
does
end,
out of pity.
and then I had a back injury.
Let
So
Cooper cut the turkey.
out of pity.
Because the two other brothers have 2 Super Bowl rings. Cooper's
Yeah,
got...
I was gonna say Eli, but I didn't even think about Cooper. I
Yeah,
thought
no.
insurance sales were gone. I thought they were done.
Both of the brothers have 2 Super Bowl rings. Cooper Manning.
They
have
both
you heard
have
of him?
2.
Yeah.
All right, so who's 2 or better? In your opinion,
Eli's.
Eli's because they're against your team.
No, because Peyton's his first one he beat Rex Ryan. His second one, his defense won for him, and he threw more interceptions than touchdowns that
Dude,
year.
that year he
He
played
threw
like
more
garbage, right?
interceptions
That whole year,
than touchdowns
that
that
whole
year. Both his fucking rings, and then the year that he had the best offense of all time, he fucking choked and lost to a no-name team in Seattle, and nobody had ever heard of him.
They ain't no team.
They became legends later, but at the moment, in the time, we
Yeah.
were like, who the fuck is
That's
this?
true, yeah.
Who
Who are
the
the-
fuck
who are the
is
Seattle
this
Seahawks?
fucking team? That was their moment. And they beat the
You know,
fuck
like,
out of the Broncos.
in my head, I'm trying to think of a name for this episode. Should I call it "Who Are the Seattle Seahawks"?
I
It's just
agree.
like-
Why didn't
No.
they throw like
we
who
need a common thread throughout
What?
this whole thing.
is a Seahawk?
What are they birds? Like, but where are they? Where are these birds based out of? Because, you know, when I worry about the sea, I worry about, like, pigeons and What are the other ones?
I like to envision it's a bird that doesn't have to ever land on anything.
It just is always floating.
Always floating in the sea, like
because the
Seahawk.
wind.
Yeah, just the
like
wind.
That wind breeze.
Whatever,
that,
science.
The ocean breeze.
And then when it needs to, I'm giving it more credit than need to. Like, they'll fucking purge and then pull up at the last second and choke.
Which makes sense.
Yeah. They never infiltrate the water. They pull up a yard short.
What's their coach's name? What's his name again?
Pete
Carroll. Which makes sense why
Pete
he's
Carell.
Yeah, Pete Carell. He's Steve Carell's brother. You heard it here first. It's a true fact.
Don't look it up.
I mean, it makes sense because that's kind of what he's done with his career. He's just been floating through the wind.
Interesting thing when you think about Pete Carell's career.
Pete Carell.
Yeah, Jesus. His fucking
goddamn
name is
Pete
weird.
Carell.
Pete Carell. It's weird to say.
Piece of shit.
Hyped up fucking chewing gum. Dude, that guy has so much energy. Is he on Adderall all the time?
Is he an offensive? Or he's a defensive coach, right?
Yeah.
He's defense, right? He comes
but
from defense.
In USC, they were offensive oriented, but they had good defenses. Anyway,
they just had all the California players.
Pete Carell, he actually was fired by the Patriots. Before I think it was Bill Parcells, and then it was Belichick. But he was actually fired by the Pats. Lost the Super Bowl for him against... actually, I don't think he lost the Super Bowl against the Packers. Anyway, tying it together, he lost USC against Texas. One of the most heartbreaking things going for on 4th and 1. Going with it, White. They had one of the best offenses ever. They give it to White. They come up short. And then in the Super Bowl, chooses to throw it this time. Kind of different situation.
Went against his ways.
Kind of different situation. Different situation because that one was get a first down versus a touchdown. But either way, the dude has been fucked on both calls. Going for it on 4th and 1.
Yeah, there's no winning here. No matter what call he made, there was no winning. If it wasn't successful, you would have, why didn't you just pass it? If they ran it and got stuffed, like, why didn't you just pass it? You pass it, get intercepted, why didn't you just run it, you know?
People aren't talking about it. Dante Hightower made the play. He's also one of the greatest, probably the greatest linebacker in Super Bowl history. It's not close. It's not close at this point, what he's done.
But we can discuss 2 Super Bowls.
He's played in 4. Actually, he didn't play last year. Every year he's played, he's won, so he's 3-0.
So you're saying he's a better linebacker in the Super
Bowl
than Ray
anyone
Lewis
is anybody ever. Dante Hightower.
If you're talking play-wise, yes. But if you're talking impact and player-wise, no way.
So I can tell you key defining moments. Super Bowl 49, one we're right outside of. So the play right before the pick by Butler, there's a huge gap that Lynch has. Huge gap off to the left side. He literally has to run that in. Hightower bench presses the fucking lineman and off of him, tackles the dude basically with one arm. Lynch tackles him with the one arm, prevents the touchdown. Super Bowl 51, need a turnover. Need a quick turnover. Who gets it? Dante Hightower with the strip sack. Alan Branch, shout out. Albuquerque, 505, shout out Alan Branch.
I'm allergic to your hype about the Patriots. That's what that sneeze was about.
Allergic to goodness.
You know what? Maybe I am. Maybe I'm allergic to respect
Hightower
of how great they
recovers the sack. They recover the sack.
But sorry, I mean, no. It's true. It's 100% true. This is what happened.
And then this last Super Bowl, he led a defense that held the Rams to 3 points.
How impressive!
Dominating.
How impressive was that?
Physically dominating.
Hold on one sec.
I don't.
So
I forget
how
weird this looks.
I forget what we were talking about, but the hype is real about those brain scratches.
They are very nice. This is the first time I've ever had a brain scratch by this.
Have you ever used that brain scratching machine? Because
it looks like an orb that aliens use trying to suck my brain, and I'm pushing it.
Literally,
into my brain.
I'm pretty sure it's used for that.
Literally,
I
it
don't see
looks
why
like
not.
that.
It feels so good,
I kind of like it.
Use our DNA against us. Like, why do we like it so much? Oh, because
So I'm
someone's
kind of a
gone
little
against
bitch
it.
when it comes to like scratching my head and my back. So this thing is like, basically, I'm comatosing myself.
And when you saw it at first, you were like, "No, I don't."
I was
Or
very
not like no,
skeptical.
but like I said, like, "Yo, you ever seen that thing?"
I'm very skeptical.
And she's like, "Yo, this thing's amazing." And then everyone's like, "Oh my god."
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, no. Now I'm jealous. Now that you're using the head scratchy thing.
You want to try it?
I mean, not try it, but I'll use it. I know what it's like. I'm jealous. I love that thing.
Ooh la la. Alright, I suppose.
I forget where we were in the Ravens Patriots saga, but you know what? I'm gonna bring up.
We have a lot of.
I am
Video.
so pissed off
I
about
kind
that
of
game.
really like these socks. Where'd you get these socks?
I got them as a gift for Christmas. They gave me actually these
You
socks.
accept Christmas gifts?
No. These socks, I actually was
not
in San
Kwanzaa,
Francisco.
Hanukkah?
I was visiting my mom in Oakland, and we went to San Francisco because it's not too far away. And there's a sock store
Geography.
right on the it's their pier where all the
They just have a
all the
sock
fucking
store.
seals are. Yeah, there's a seal or a fucking sock store there, and I found a few socks that I liked, so I bought these spaceman socks. But
They look really
I will-
comfortable.
I really enjoy socks as a gift. I used to think it's an underrated gift. No, socks are a great gift.
Novelty socks.
Socks are a great gift. Oh,
I mean, they better be good socks. I mean, I don't want a fucking pack of Hanes 12-pack.
I mean, don't get me
Angles.
wrong. After long periods of time, you can tell it's like, ooh, oh man, dude, this thing's amazing. I forgot how great this thing feels.
The weird orb.
It's like hugging my brain.
Yeah, it kind of is.
It's literally like jerking off my head.
Yeah, it's a nice stress relief. But
Lee Evans, Billy Cundiff,
nothing-
that one game.
oh my god,
Are you
Billy
fucking kidding me?
Cundiff.
I thought Lee Evans caught
I
that fucking
love
pass.
Billy
I
Cundiff.
really thought, like when I watched that live, I thought they
I kind of think he did too.
right, but upon further review, he did not catch that.
But he swipes it out right at the last second. Like
He
it's
swipes
like,
it out. No. It's like
literally
one of
the
those.
right at the last second.
Like if you're gonna swipe it out last minute, like that was the swipe out. Like if you're talking, when does a catch not become a catch? Swipe out
what?
wise, that was the catch.
You know
that
those
they
scary
used.
moments when you're like, you have to pull out, but you're like, haven't pulled out yet,
This is basically what
and
happened.
you're like, I mean, barely make it out of there.
Dude,
fucker.
you're
like,
talking this dirty shit.
It's
now.
like
I'm, rubbing this
elevator.
thing on my head.
You know those action movies where the dude is like trying to be
Just
the elevator sliding
right
through, just
underneath,
barely
like,
making
yeah.
it.
Yeah,
That's him swiping it.
that's
in the
literally
last
that
second.
swipe. But you know what? It didn't have to come to that because Billy Cundiff was gonna hit that field goal, right?
It was automatic. It was
nope.
only like what, like 30.
Not as automatic as Tucker, like
38
against
yards.
the Saints
I think
this
it was
past
38
year.
yards. It was in the 30s.
And he missed it.
It's 33 to 38. I can't remember.
Missed it. That's
Wait,
why
no,
Billy
no, no.
Cundiff.
He didn't miss it. He fucking hooked it so far left. It wasn't even a
so
quest,
hard.
dude.
It wasn't a miss.
It
It was a
wasn't-
fucking.
it wasn't even close.
Did you show up today?
It wasn't even close, man. But that's not even the worst postseason field goal miss we've seen. Do you remember the Vikings inside the 30 against the Seahawks?
Dude.
And then this last year, who was it? Parkey?
Dude,
Hits the post
apparently-
double doink?
No. Oh, fuck. I can't remember his name, but apparently the Bears signed a dude with the last name that is perfect for kicking. Fuck, his last name is like Miss It or something like that, like Shank It or something like that. Like his name, oh, fuck. I wish we had an ability to look it up right now. But his name is like synonymous with like missing a kick, and they signed him. So
Is it Is it Miss
It's just
Kick?
spitballing.
Is
Like,
his
it
name
might be-
like
it might just be
is
like,
it like
yo.
Timothy Miss Kick?
Yeah, Timothy Miskick. Hey, what's going on? Timothy Miskick here. No. Oh, but it's something's straight up like shanked or
Jonathan Goalpost?
yeah, honestly. Johnny Goalpost.
Like, is that close?
Fuck if I can remember what it was. I don't remember right now, but it's gonna come to me at some point, and I'm just gonna yell it out.
Parky.
We might not have time, so if you wanna talk Patriots, I gotta pee so bad. If you really want to get into it,
Get some intimate.
but no,
details.
talk Patriots as it pertains to Ravens, because this is a Ravens podcast. Remember.
Are we doing Ravens podcast right now?
But
Okay.
but no. We're talking with a Patriots fan.
Okay, all right.
So
all
talk
right.
Patriots as it pertains.
Is
to
this
the
going to be
Ravens.
like one of those Law and Order things where we branch out into another Law and Order season?
Yeah,
And this
he
is the
fucked
foundation.
the dead body. So you're telling me he likes to fuck dead bodies like that?
that kind of
Ice
thing?
Cube.
Yeah, exactly.
Confused as to it.
I get that.
You love the fucking dead bodies, people.
What's that?
It sounds like you love talking about the people who fuck the dead bodies.
So, this being my first introduction, it's kind of gone a little chaotic, but that's alright. I've got many great stories to tell you. One of my favorites, though, it starts in a dark time. Dark time when the team was down 28-3, and it didn't look like things were going well at all. But led by the great Thomas Patrick Brady and Bill Belichick, Ernie Adams are there in the sport, McDaniels, Flores, Patricia, a lot of guys were there to help. They rallied. 25 points down. 25 points!
What the fuck are you saying?
To win this goddamn Super Bowl.
What are you saying
in
to these
one of
five
the
people
greatest
listening? What are you saying to the five people?
I'm telling them
How
the
dare you?
greatest goddamn Super Bowl story they've ever heard. I don't know if they're aware of Super Bowl 51. Down 28-3. A team came back with barely over like 16 minutes
the thing
in
is,
game
you guys
time
have
and
had
overtime and won it.
So many Super Bowl stories that it can relate to no other team.
It can literally relate to everyone.
No.
All the time.
No.
Yes.
Hee haw.
Everyone in their personal journey can relate to what the Patriots are
Everyone
doing. Because the
wishes-
Patriots do it for America.
Everyone
and they
wishes
do it
that
for the
team.
kids and
No.
the troops and the women.
I get it. Their name is the Patriots. But how arrogant is that? And you know what? They would be the team to have the modern dynasty.
Yeah.
The Patriots.
Yeah.
Like, as
Yeah.
that name, you know, when everyone's questioning, like, what
Yeah.
is America about? You know what?
The New England Patriots.
The Patriots. That's what
Yes.
everyone's about. And you know, where do they even play? Foxborough? What is that? Is that a place? Is that a state? What is
like
New England?
45
That's not a
minutes
state.
outside of
That's just like
Boston.
an amalgamation of
like a
states
nice
that everyone
suburb.
hates. Everyone is pissed off living in. Like New England. It's not even fresh. It's new. I don't know.
I think, what is it, like the 16 championships in 18 years the region is enjoyed, they're all enjoying life pretty well.
I'm just going to drink my beer and pretend I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you will. Now it's my turn to pee. You can continue my 28-3 amazing story. I was just picking up in the fourth quarter where they were starting to score.
Did you talk about how scared you were that whole game?
I almost shit myself and was scared in the corner and wanted to kill myself, but yeah. I didn't mention that.
Like, literally, like, the rest of everybody were watching that game like, oh, shit, the Patriots are about to lose. And my boy Sauce here we were living together at the time, and he was standing in the corner. Like, we threw a party for the Super Bowl because his team was in it, and he's, like, standing in the corner, like, back in the foyer, looking at the TV from far away, not making eye contact with anybody. And you know what? They fucking did it. They fucking did it again. You know what? I just wish more teams could learn from
I was hosting a party, and I was trying to let my guests enjoy the whole party.
But you know what?
And everyone had
Fuck
a good
the
time.
guests, man.
Everyone had a good time.
I had a great time. We had a keg.
Had a keg of awesome
It was
beer.
amazing.
It was
yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, it was dope. So if you learned anything from this podcast, is that you should root for the Ravens because of all the upside that comes with what is a Raven. Philosophically,
I think Steven's trying to teach you this is a Ravens podcast. This is the first meta podcast.
no. What I'm trying to say is please comment.
Who do you want the first round?
First round? Ravens, first round?
Yeah, who do you want in the first round?
Garrett Bradbury.
Yeah?
Take a center. Garrett Bradbury, he's a number one center amongst all other boards. You know, I haven't really watched much lineman
Where is he
tape.
in on your top 5? Is he in your top, personal top 5 players?
I really haven't
Or is he
reviewed linemen
great,
like that.
Is he great in the value at your spot?
No, he's not great in value because he's a center. Centers don't normally
I mean,
go
they
first
don't go
round.
that, but
They don't.
Nelson went fucking top 5 last year.
But he ain't no Nelson. But he is going
Ain't
to
no
be...
Nelson. I love that quote.
But
because ain't nobody
no,
Nelson.
Garrett Bradbury ain't no
no one's
Nelson.
quitting Nelson.
He ain't no
Nelson's
quit
the
Nelson.
nastiest dude on the O
But
line
no,
in
he
a
can
decade.
be a starter for 7-8 years. He'll be good enough to hit your second contract. He'll be good enough to hit a second contract. And you know what? If the Ravens, if you really are trying to make this offense towards Lamar, if you really are trying to help the offense, you go
have to
ahead,
fucking protect
you
him.
go ahead and get that offensive lineman. You know, Matt Skura wasn't enough. You know, a dude out of Delaware, or no, not Delaware, Duke. Yeah, out of Duke. He ain't gonna be a good offensive lineman for you. I mean, he was sufficient, surprisingly better than he should have been. But if you really want to help Lamar in the long run, if you're really trying to help this offense as a whole, you go ahead and get that lineman who's going to help you for the next 7 years.
You know the Pats have 12 picks this year?
That's great. Good for them. They're going to ruin all of them like they do every year.
Like a bunch
they
in
don't,
the first
They
rounds?
just pick terrible players.
No. They don't pick
Who's
top
the
2 rounds.
Who's the last draft pick who's been paying off for you guys?
Trey Flowers.
Trey Flowers. When was he picked?
And then
When was he
Malcolm
picked? How long
Brown,
ago? How long
Julian
ago?
Edelman, Tom Brady.
Yeah, how long
Rob
ago?
Gronkowski,
Yeah, how long ago
Devin
were those guys
McCourty,
drafted?
Dante Hightower.
How long ago were those guys drafted?
J.C. Jackson this year. Let's see.
In
Ryan
the past
Allen, our
3
punter.
years. Who?
Well, I mean, they got fucking hurt. They tore their Achilles. Isaiah Wynn tore his Achilles. Can work. Oh, Sonny Michel. Easy.
Yeah, okay. And Sonny Michel.
Sonny Michel, J.C. Jackson.
I did a whole episode on who I think the Ravens should draft. Have you looked into the draft at all? Like,
I'm a Patriots fan, so the draft means literally nothing because Belichick's gonna do whatever all draft boards are.
well, do you know about the 2 Alabama running backs coming out?
Damian, right?
Damian Harris and Josh Jacobs. It's basically
Damian Harris is the one
It's
that I
basically
was
what
remembering.
happened with Georgia last year, coming out this year. So someone was the number 1 running back, Nick
So
Chubb.
they got the Chubb and Sonny Michel thing
Chubb
going.
and Sonny
Okay.
Michel. But Josh
College
Jacobs,
football sucks,
he's going to
excuse
end up
me.
going ahead of Damian Harris. But I think you would agree that Nick Chubb had the technical better season, but they both have good seasons, right? But Nick Chubb had the better season.
Sonny Michel had the greatest rookie playoff season of all time.
Yeah.
So
Awesome.
I would...
If you're talking overall season, how dare you?
Yeah, I would pick Sonny Michel.
Yeah, fuck you.
I'd pick Sonny Michelle
All right,
every
you know
time.
what? You know what? With that,
Every time I'd pick Sonny Michelle.
I mean, you're not even talking stats at this point. Like,
No,
the
just
stats
take
went toward
Sonny
Nick
Michelle.
Chubb's whiz. Yeah.
Like Sonny Michelle.
What's it? Is his name Sonny? Sony? Like what? Like Sonny D? Like is that his name?
I think it's Sonny D. It's Sony, but Sonny. Either one what you want.
All right. You know what? Well, we're gonna try to keep this episode under an hour, and we're right at 50 minutes right now. So, you know what, Sauce? If you like the episode, you know what you should do? You should subscribe, whatever platform you're listening. Subscribe, comment, rate, or don't if you fucking hate
Thanks for
the
listening.
universe. Yeah, no, don't. Thanks for listening because you're a Patriots fan. I'm just going against everything you're saying.
Okay, and tell the consumers to fuck themselves.
Exactly.
I enjoy that.
Did you hear that? The Patriots fan wants you to listen, so you know what you should do? Just don't listen.
Just don't listen. Fantastic.
No, if you obviously heard that, then you've listened far enough. And you know what you should do?
Let's do another one.
You should send me an email, because if you send me an email, I will answer it. I will mention it. So send me an email at csrpod@gmail.com. That's spelled csrpod@gmail.com. Or if you really love the episode, or you just have money to throw away, you can send money to my Patreon at the same address at csrpod. Also spelled CSRPOD, or my Venmo, CSRPOD. It's all the same. Literally everything's the same.
You get a theme here.
No one's.
I see a theme that's going on here.
No one's taken CSR Pod. So, with that said, if you like it, please feel free to throw a like. Just do something because it all helps. But if not, I mean, I don't care.
Go football.
It's all if you don't, then you're going to be the one who's depressed because I'm already depressed or whatever. I don't know. It's on you now.
Going with this.
I'm trying to say hey.
I think you need to tie it back into football.
I'm trying to say
football.
If you don't throw it on fourth down, if you don't go for it on that fourth down, which you need, which is the comment that you should write, then then what's the point? You're not even trying to win.
I don't connect to the dots, but I agree.
I was going in the wrong direction, and then you tried to correct me in a way there was no direction to be corrected. But anyways, if you love,
absolutely agree.
If you like what you listen to, just show it. I don't know. But if not, then I'm gonna go jerk off using my tears as lube, and that'll be on you. You can go ahead and think about that as you listen to this in your ears.
Night.
Thanks, and have a good day.
We'll see you next episode.
Shananese.
Shananese.